Hi, my name is Wyatt Richardson, and this is my final portfolio project for Dr. Thompson's online public speaking course for Bryan Stratton students. To start my speech is with the first visual aid that I used there. It said Snap City. Snap City is the topic of this speech. So let me explain what Snap City is and where it originated from. There is a famous bodybuilder by the name of C.T. Fletcher. He's one of the top in his industry. He's all over YouTube, all over the internet. He's been on a couple TV shows. He's a sensation as far as it goes for bodybuilders. Excuse me. And this Snap City term, it was not actually originated by him. It came from his rival bodybuilders. They called his style Snap City. Now, this Snap City, what they called it was bad form, he says, because there's a certain form you're supposed to use when bodybuilding. There's a different technique that he used as far as the lifting goes, and also along with that, the amount that he worked out was far over theirs. When you lift weights, they say that you're supposed to, excuse me, excuse me, they say that you're supposed to take a day off in between the times that you work out your arms or your legs. They don't want you to do those all the same time every day. But he does, though. And that's where they said he would be Snap City, because his muscles would snap and there certain tendons or ligaments, they might snap because of the amount he lifts them up, because he'd wear them out. Now, what he did with the term Snap City was change it to limitations. He said that those people who were calling him a Snap City person, they were fearful of their own selves. They were scared to succeed within that industry. Now, what I did with that, because he, in his speech on YouTube, you guys could actually look it up if you'd like to. It's called C.T. Fletcher, Welcome to Muscleville. He'll say that Snap City is limitation. It's fear. They're scared to make stuff happen due to outside influences because somebody told them that they can't do it. And he said as long as they're in Snap City, they won't get anywhere because they're all talk. I took that and thought about that, and I've said, well, you know, that relates a lot more than just weightlifting. Snap City is a lifestyle that many people live in because they're scared to succeed. I remember when I was in high school, I was graduating, my mother actually gave me a speech, which at that time I thought was from Nelson Mandela. They say it's from his inaugural speech, but it's actually from Marianne Williamson. She has a book called A Return to Love, and I'll read some of that for you now. It says that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. And it's our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. And I believe that was true, and I didn't really understand why my mother gave me that as a high school senior going to college, you know. But then, now that I'm older, I realize why she did. It's because in life, I've always just been that person that would just do enough to get by. I didn't really take much stuff serious because, you know, everything's always okay. It's just okay, A-okay. I didn't really push myself or try to be the greatest person that I could be, which is why I'm the age I am. I'm 25 years old, and I'm still in school instead of just being done with school, and I'm chasing new goals because I decided that I wanted to be better than the person I was. So that's why I went back to school again to pursue my career, a different career, excuse me. Now with that, I also read a book called The Dream Giver from Bruce Wilkinson, and it was about a dreamer who lived in a city called Nowhere. His name was Ordinary, and he had a big dream to become a somebody. Now, when I read that book, it really hit home a lot with me as well, with everything that I've been doing in life, as far as, you know, I've been living in nowhere, what I see is nowhere, and I wanted to be somebody. So that book really inspired me a lot. And I never wanted to be that person that you would see that was left behind by all their other friends. You know how certain couples, certain groups of friends, excuse me, have that successful friend and then all the other ones aren't that successful. I never wanted to be that one that was unsuccessful. I wanted to be the leader of the group. And I noticed to myself that I wasn't being the successful one. I was the one that always just stayed the same. Oh, that's just Wyatt, you know, Wyatt, he's that way. But, you know, that's even this speech motivated me even more to switch my major again to what I really wanted to do instead of just continuing in what I was. It made me want to take the action to be better, and so did that book. And I would just like to encourage everybody that in life you have to go for what you want, because then you'll wake up, be 45, 50 years old, and you won't be happy. You'll always be looking back and wondering. So I really just want everybody to, I'd like to persuade everybody to take an action. Don't live in Snap City your whole life. Don't be scared and take an action. And I'd like to use another quote from Marion's book, and it says that these dreams and goals, they're not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And even as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others around us the opportunity to do the same, to let their own light shine. And as we're liberated from our own fears, we automatically give others the ability to do that as well. So, in closing, I'd like to say that we don't want to live in Snap City. We should all just take the chance and make an action.